Fernando Pimentello, BehindTheGloves.com here for the fight, guys. Obviously with the returning crew of
Dominic Verdine of RingTV.com and IFL TV over in the UK.
and
Stephen Gureño, KOR Sports on YouTube. And the lovely and beautiful Frederick Hoffman.
and we are here with the lovely and beautiful Mr. John David Jackson over here. John David Jackson, obviously we're standing right now overhead as they can see us. Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. Big fight coming up in about a little over 2 weeks right now. How's Sergey looking? How's everything in camp going? And let's just update everybody on what's going on.
Well, camp is going good. We were big there for 4 weeks, and now we came to the Oxnard sea level to get acclimated to this climate. Everything's going fine. Sergey's right on schedule. The weight's great. He's always there. So now we're just fine-tuning and getting ready, maybe for a few new tricks that Andre may try to pull out of his hat. But, for the most part, we've covered all bases. Now we're just fine-tuning and getting ready for the fight on November 19th.
So just before I ask my question, what does he weigh 2 weeks before the fight?
Usually, he's like 183. Right now, he's 177.
He's 177? Wow. Now, if I may ask you, 2 weeks before the fight, is the work done in the ring or in front of the TV?
2 weeks before the fight.
Yeah, 2 weeks before the fight. Where do you get your most value, most bang for your buck?
Inside the ring. Inside the ring. Because we're still going over, fine-tuning things, and maybe certain things aren't being properly executed. So, mainly still in the ring, we're doing most of our work, trying to get it as fine-tuned as we can.
Andre Ward has been on a 2-year hiatus from 2013 to 2015. He made his comeback in June of 2015, I believe. He's had 3 fights, but some boxing experts say he hasn't looked too impressive. Is that going to be an advantage for you guys come November 19th?
Well, we like to think that it's going to be an advantage for us. Luckily, Andre has gotten some of the rust off, but he hasn't fought high-quality opposition to really get the rust off the way he should. The last fight was a joke, but he knew that going. Listen, he was trying to get the rust off the best way he could. Wasn't for a knockout. Probably wouldn't have gotten a knockout if he looked for it. He's not that kind of puncher. But he did what he was supposed to do. He executed his plan. He won the fight the way he's supposed to win it from him, and that works. To me, it's a little bit deeper than what you said. It's been 5 years. He's had 3 fights in the last 5 years, and the ring rust is still there to a degree. Once he fights this kid here, when he fights Sergey, he's fighting a totally different fighter than the guys he fought at the level he's been at so far. This guy's coming to knock his head off, trying to knock his shoulders, his head through his shoulders, trying to knock his shoulders off. Whatever he can hit, that's what he's going to take. Andre is very intelligent, very smart fighter. I'm not taking that away from him. He's very good at what he does. Now he's moving up in weight. He's fighting a stronger guy, a little bit bigger guy. Can he bully this guy around the way he did the 168-pound fight? Because at 168, he still came in the ring about 180. He was the bigger, stronger guy every time he fought.
Andre Ward doesn't really have that power. At 168 pounds, he stopped the drained Chad Dawson, and then stopped Paul Smith, I believe, at 171, 172 pounds. Does he have any power at 175? Will we be able to see that?
But he has power. If you stand in front of him and let him hit you with a good shot, no telling what he's drop guys. He has drop fighters. Right. So he does have power. Legitimate knockout power, no, but power he does have. And he can get your respect if he does the right things. I'm hoping, we're all hoping, even the fans, that he decides to stand still for a minute and fight. Engage in war with Sergey, because that's going against the grain of what he does, and he will be in trouble. So we'll see.
John, what's it been like game planning for a guy who hasn't lost since, 9 years old? 12 years old, yeah. Like you just said, he's only had 3 fights in the last 5 years. So do you look at kind of current fights, the fights when he was in the Super 6? What's it been like game planning for someone like that?
Great question. What I did was I looked at a couple of his fights back in the Super 6. He was a lot faster, had more mobility, and he did things different. Now, then I watched the last 3 fights that he had. He's a lot more stationary. He does commit a little more to the punches, but there's still no pop behind him. So even though he's moved up in weight, you would think some fighters, because I know he had to have trouble making 168 the last few fights. You can see that. You think once a guy moves up that he gains more power. I haven't seen that with him. I've seen a recent sparring session, he dropped some guy. Listen, some other guy wrote me today, said, Andre's in the bag really hard. Well, the bag don't punch back. I don't care how hard I hit the bag. I hit the bag, I hit hard too. It don't mean anything. What happens when someone hits you back? So, having said all that, I'm not trying to cut him down and say he's bad. Listen, Andre's great at what he does. He's been undefeated as a pro. He's been undefeated since he's 12 years old. That speaks volumes for him. Won a gold medal. I didn't win a gold medal, so I can't say anything bad about the man. But as a pro in this fight here, he's coming with a clip half empty. Sergey's fully loaded. Now, you know, it's like LL Cool J said, you can't fight an army with a handgun. He got the handgun. He got to use every trick in the book to navigate his way through those deep waters. Can he do that for 12 rounds against a guy who's known to knock you out with one shot? And Sergey has power in both hands, not just the right hand, he has power in both hands. And he can go to the body, he can hit him everywhere, the shoulders, chest, his arms, everything can hit him to defuse the puzzle that is Andre Ward. And you know, we're not going for the head the first couple rounds. Forget the head. The head will come later. When you knock him out, you do with a sweet shot to the head. Go to the body and kill that body. When Sergey gets to the body, man, it's a thing of beauty and it hurts. Ask anybody's spot, it hurts. Andre Ward's gonna find that out. He's no longer the bigger bully in this fight. He's not the bigger guy once he gets into the ring. Sergey can be just as big, if not a little bit bigger than he is come fight night.
John, do you feel that Sergey's boxing ability is being underestimated going into this fight? Everyone's talking about Sergey's a power puncher, Ward's the boxer, but I mean, Sergey against Bernard Hopkins, I mean, he boxed when he had to and he looked beautiful. He won most of the rounds, if not all the rounds.
Well, once again, you're right. It's a great question. The fact that he's fighting a very good, technically sound boxer, and Andre Ward, it overshadows his boxing ability. But he does have that. And what the fans need to realize is, when you look at Sergey doesn't just rush in and try to hit you with one shot. He takes time and he dissects you slowly and he gets you out when the time is right. So it's not going to be one knockout punch that we're looking for. If it comes, great. We'll take whatever we can get. But I think it's going to be a slow, debilitating beating that he's going to give Andre Ward and stop him in the later rounds.
You're obviously giving somewhat away of what, not the plan maybe, but what you're expecting that night from Sergey. What do you expect from Andre Ward to counterbalance that, considering you know Andre Ward and you've actually studied him for this fight?
Well, Andre has to do a couple, there's a lot of things Andre can do. It's how he reacts and what he will do from fight night. He's in with the guy that can punch and the guy that can hurt you with every shot. So once he gets hit, now with the see how he reacts. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to fall apart because that's not Andre. Andre Ward's a very smart guy. When you fight a guy that you can't keep off of you, what are you going to do? You can't run the whole, listen, you can't run for 12 rounds and expect to get a decision and say you're the best fighter when you ran. You got to fight. You want to be the player, you want to prove the best of the people, then stand there and fight this man. Show you're the best. Okay, move around a little bit. You know, you want to be slick, but show you that you're the best. Fight this guy. Don't run away, don't grab, don't hold. Fight the man like you're supposed to fight, like a real fight's supposed to be fought. Don't do all those things you've been doing to win these fights. Fight him and show you're a true boxer, and you can get, you can give and take, you can take as well as you can give.
Now I see you get a little riled up when you said, Andre Ward, come and fight this motherfucker. But
I didn't feel like
no,
that.
you didn't say it like
I thought it
that.
that way.
But if we was in the barbershop,
Oh, yeah.
I was getting my beard done and you getting your hair done. We wouldn't be talking about something now.
Fernando getting his nails done.
Yeah. What if Andre Ward never goes back to the corner stagger and Sergey Kovalev goes back to the corner and says, I can't catch this dude? What's game plan B?
Listen, you have to listen. There's only so far you can run this ring. Now, if I allow you to run and don't cut the ring off and make you engage, then that's my fault. I'm supposed to get beat. But there's always room for you to cut the ring off. You have to engage and make that part of your game plan. If I'm dumb enough to let you do your thing and peck me and do your thing, then I'm supposed to lose the fight. No. He knows one thing about Sergey. He said for this fight, he's going to do whatever he has to do within the legal boundaries of the game to win. He said, whatever it takes, John, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do. I'm telling you, he can catch everywhere. Everywhere that's legal. Above the waist and in front of the face. Not behind. Hit him wherever you can hit him. It's gonna take an effect on Andre. It's gonna hurt him. If you hit him in the shoulder and you break it, that's not our problem. Try and do that. You punch that hard. Wherever you can hit him, hurt him, and get him out. That's, but don't chase him and let him just run you around the ring and do what he wants to do. Cut the ring off, make him engage. You have to cut the ring off and just limit his space to make him fight you.
Now,
if you don't, you're in trouble.
Let me follow up. Now, the game plan of the perfect fighter is to keep you off balance and use his accuracy. Now, we know Andre Ward is accurate. He does a great job measuring you. How do you offset the ballerina who's always on balance?
Well, what you have to do is, usually when a good boxer fights against a good boxer, they're long. Because they want the guy to chase them. Well, Sergey's going to chase you. He wants mine with a great jab. Not a good jab. Sergey's a great, powerful jab. Knocks you off balance. If you're a good jabber, I'm a jab with you. Let me see how good the jab is. I got to take you at your comfort zone. I got to put that jab, put it everywhere you want to put it. I'm putting your stomach, in your chest, in your face. And I got to keep you off balance with that jab. If I just follow you around the ring and let you pick me, I'm in trouble. I got to make you work. What to do though? I also have to be aggressive to take you off your game plan and let you get within your comfort zone. You know, and it's just not the jab. It's other punches he has to throw. But he can't let Andre just walk around and set the pace and set the tempo and do what he wants to do.
Sure.
He has to be smart. He has to upset all that and take him out of his comfort zone. So you know what? Tonight, let me sit with you and say, look, motherfucker, we're gonna.
Now, Sergey Kovalev's temperament is of an aggressive fighter. He goes for the knockout. Do you think he'll want to match Andre Ward's boxing IQ and go in there and try to box him?
There's no need for that because then you're gonna lose. That's a losing game right there. Why would I try to match master boxing when that's not my forte? I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose that match every time. What I'm gonna do is try to take him out of that comfort zone, not want to box me. I want him to engage and punch with me. So if I hit him with a good shot and I hurt him, I gotta go right there to counter and get right back in and hurt him some more, hoping that he's gonna not grab me, but try to fight me off of him. So I just hit him with good shots and detonate that bomb that he had. You know, he never had bombs, but detonate that body and make him just slow down so I can catch up with him a lot sooner than he wants me to catch up with him.
Andre Ward's known to kind of punch and hold and grab, and he's known to kind of get tie up a lot. I asked Kovalev, how does he use his size as an advantage? And he said that he doesn't feel like he's any bigger than Andre Ward. But I feel like in those exchanges, in the clinches and things like that, you know, Sergey is going to be stronger. He's been at 175 for longer. How do you see those aspects going once they do clinch it?
Well, you know, I go back to the Bernard Hopkins fight. You know, that was one thing I told Bernard's people, not to fight this kid in the first place. He was strong. Once Bernard realized on the inside, when he clinched how strong this guy was, Bernard got smart. So, you know what? I can't keep holding this guy. He's going to drain me of my strength. Because Sergey is physically strong. Not only can he punch, he's physically strong. And he works on those kind of tactics during the sparring session. So if Andre does that, you know, I don't really welcome it because it's boring for the fans, but Andre might mess around and deplete himself of all of his power and strength because that takes a lot of wear and tear out of him. And you know, it's definitely going to be not in his favor because, like I say once again, maybe Sergey's not really as big, but he's still a little bit bigger than most of the guys Andre's fought. And so that's when, you know, all that wrestling and that tugging, that's going to take a lot of effect and a lot of wear and tear on him. Also, we're going to try to get the right referee who's going to have all that. You know, 1 or 2 clinches fine. That's the third one, don't take points away from him. Because, you know, listen, the fans want to see a fight. They don't want to see a grabbing and holding. So we're going to try to definitely get the right referee who's not going to allow that. You can allow for a little bit. You know, you might get a round or two, but the third round, listen, all that holding, that has to stop. You got to fight. You get paid millions of dollars to fight. Let's fight.
Ultimately, on November 19th, Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward. Your prediction on what the fans need to expect and what do you think they're going to get that night?
Well, I would hope for the fans. I can't predict what they need. I would hope that they would get a great fight between 2 of today's best pound-for-pound fighters who are both at their peak. Whether they're at the peak, they're both, you know, they're here. Soon they hit the downward slide. Right now they're still here, both fighters. Unfortunately for Andre, he just hasn't been active as Sergey. That's going to play in Sergey's favor. But Andre still is very intelligent. He may be able to neutralize that. I just want the fans to get a fight that they deserve. You know, people talk about Pacquiao, Mayweather, and they even talking about Pacquiao, Mayweather too. One was terrible. Boy, did we supposed to be one to fight. Who wants to see 2? This fight, I hope this fight brings all the excitement and all the combatants that the 2 are to come together and make this one tremendous, unforgettable fight. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're shooting for. It takes 2 to tango. Let's see what Andre does. Because if he's the true champion he's coming to be now, fight. Go out on your shit. If you get knocked out, so what? Greater man than you've been knocked out, come back. Go out on your shield, fight this guy. And if he does it, we'll see who's the best man. If he runs, he might be the best man because he ran and won the fight.
You know, with all the accolades that Sergey has received over the years, could a victory over Ward be his gold medal?
He could see it that way. I don't know if he would, but you know, listen, victory over Andre Ward is a great accomplishment. Name one person that's done it as a pro. You probably can't name the last amateur that did it. It's a great achievement. And that's my job to help him achieve that, and that's what we're looking for and looking forward to. To be victorious on November 19th. It's a business. It's a big task. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. I talk a lot of trash. When it's all said and done, we got to earn that victory. It's not going to be given to us. Andre, whatever he has to do to win, he's going to do. So we have to earn it, and that's our job, and that's what we're looking forward to doing, earning the victory that night.
As always, I'm Fernando Pimentel for the fight, guys. Thanking John David Jackson for his time talking about this fight, breaking it down with us. Again, I'm Fernando Pimentel from BehindTheGloves.com and
Dominic Verdine of RingTV.com and IFL TV.
Steven Guarino of KOL Sports on YouTube.
And the lovely, sexy Frederick Hawthorne. And as Samuel L. Jackson would say, go get that motherfucker.
as always, fight fans, we'll see you at the fights. Have a good one.
You already know what it is. It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.